Oh, welcome back to Stint 3 of the IRO 12 hours of Nürburgring. I hope the stream is running now. So we have Team Overboost Racing there in the lead with player Prof 1 after the pit. The driver swap with Tank Pro in P2 for AHR. Then we have Nick in P3 for Race Asylum Esports. And looks like we are live here. I see people joining this one. So in P4 we have Team Medway Racing League, Apex Magnet behind the wheel, Richie in P5 here, running for last minute racing. Then DC team number 1, Schecter in the Genesis P6, Nuke for Loose Moose Racing in the McLaren, followed by End Station Gaming, Team Full Send P8, Hansa driving for Guinness Racing in another Porsche. King Ears now out on track, Team Race Asylum in it. I hear some tires, not sure what's happening here. So P11, 12, 13 and 14, they are still waiting for the driver swap trap, and we see Camp now getting out of the pits for the Intercontinental Racing Team. I'm not sure if Hansa made a mistake here. Yeah, he's definitely down. So not sure what happens here. So Lugi on track for Nuke Shot Motorsport. Then we have Black Flag E-Racing, Stormfly. In the AMG. And last team that will go on track will be DC team number 2. So let's have a look at the gap. Arden, yeah, so you lose about 4 to 5 seconds for a tire change, and it's up to the drivers to decide if they want to change their tires or not. So they have waited round about 10 minutes or so in the pits, so tires are very cold. Usually it's a good advice then during the driver swap also change tires, but it is not required. Also, they lost a little bit of fuel on that formation lap in, so maybe they also decided to fill up to the max. So I think up to 4 or 5 seconds it's still within the range of a correct driver swap, but all the driver swaps will be checked, investigated after the event, so no one will get an advantage here by getting out of the pits too early. So let's have a look at the race situation. Overboost Racing team in the lead on softs, 4 seconds ahead of AHR with Tank Pro driving this time in the Porsche 911. Ours are also on the softs, but facing lap traffic already here. So the McLaren is a lap down here for Loose Moose Racing, so should be an easy pass. Yeah, here we go, no drama on the straights. The Porsche should get ahead. Then we have Nick for Race Asylum Esports on the softs as well. Richie, last minute racing here in another Porsche 911, another 47 seconds behind. Also on the softs here we have Apex Magnet for Medway Racing, so not sure, did they already perform their mandatory hard tire stint? Not sure, I think they were running P4 before the driver swap, so not sure about that. Then P6 we have DC team number 1, Schechter, driving the Genesis X. Yeah, DJ Brock, thanks for doing Stint 2 comms. Entertaining as always. We learned so much about beer and US versus UK. And yeah, and how much you hate that track and that chicane, so appreciate that. So okay, so there might be an infringement there for last minute racing with a driver swap that was performed too early. Not sure, we will wait and see what race directors and stewards decide after the race. For now we keep on racing. So in P7 we have Loose Moose Racing, also on the softs. Nuke driving that 650S. Then it's Team Full Sand and Station Gaming in another McLaren. So this is the battle of the McLarens again. Loose Moose versus Full Sand. We have Hansa in the Guinness machine. Porsche power here. Hansa driving on home soil. Let's see if he can make that an advantage. Then next 650S, Team Race Asylum with King Ears in the hunt. Then we see Kemp doing the second stint for today. He started stint number 1 as well for the Intercontinental Racing Team, another McLaren. Then also Lugi doing his second stint of the day for Nuke Shot Motorsport. Slow. That Genesis. We have then Stormfly for the Black Flag E-Racing team. In that AMG, slowly making up some time. So stint 1, I think they were at some point dead last. Now they're ahead of the DC team in that RCZ. Incredibly behind the wheel for this one. So where is the closest battle on track so far? See, 4 seconds the gap here, 30 seconds, nope. Oh, Richie and Magnet also not quite here. So for now we don't have any wheel-to-wheel action, but we will see that. Definitely throughout this stint. I'm pretty sure about that one. So then let's go to the leader here. So in the overall Boost Racing team with a strong performance so far. Also Player Prof 1, he did the first stint, did an amazing job there, handing over the car to his teammate in P1, and now he got it back, leading the race. We saw in the opening stint that Player Prof 1 was really fast whilst saving fuel and tires. I think the most time they gained was during the pit stops because of having to put in less fuel compared to their opponents. Nick with the fastest lap again, so not a surprise, but I think, have a little look at the lap times, that Tank Pro for the Apex Hunter Racing team is slowly catching the leaders here. So the gap went under 4 seconds now. And a little bit faster for now, but also using a bit more of the tires already. So that was also a little difference between the Genesis and the Porsche on the first stint. That tire management there definitely also something you have to take into account for those races. So if it stays dry, we saw like doing 3 stints on the softs and 1 stint on the hards looks to be the fastest strategy. We also saw teams doing 2 very long soft stints and 1 longer hard stint. P2 to P3 increased, you say? I don't see it judging the lap time. So Nick is flying again. Let's wait for this lap. Nope. 30 seconds. The gap. I think Nick is catching. He's the only driver in the 54s, I think, at the moment. Tank Pro just got that 54. And P1, yes, not really pushing it too hard for now, but this worked quite well on the first stint for them, so I think they will continue to do that here. See Richie and Apex Magnet. 6.5 seconds the gap still between those 2 drivers. Let's have a look at the lap times. So Richie with a 56 last time around. That's not the pace if you want to see, but also Apex Magnet not into the 55s yet. Then okay, so yeah, we didn't catch an arrow there for Nick, judging the lap times on the right hand side. I can't see that there was any real mistake or so. Maybe on his out lap or so, but I don't know. Richie is slow. No. Maybe Richie finally wants to look after his tires. So I know Richie for being a tire slayer in those races, so I'm pretty sure he won't be getting away with just running 2 long stints on the softs. So we might see him pitting like every 15-16 laps or so. Probably the same we saw Kaza in this previous stint doing. I mean, at least he can try Arden, right? So I know Richie is such a fast player for when it comes down to 1 lap pace, but doing the races, then he usually struggles then with the tire wear, and so. But I mean, I would love to see him look him after the tires and still be fast. Well, yeah. He's definitely increasing the gap to Apex Magnet here, so 7 seconds. Maybe also Apex Magnet is taking it slowly on the opening laps here to see how far he can get with those tires. So we were running with Scheckter here. I thought that Macklem that you were Paul. So it's all good. It is all good. Oh. So P7 we have Nuke. And that gap to End Station Gaming is coming down. We were looking at around 10 seconds. Now it's nearly down to 6 seconds, and End Station with the faster lap times. So far he also manages to stay ahead of Hansa, who is now so EG has a date later. Okay, so that's why he's flying. Interesting strategies. I think we should all have a date after the races, right? To be more focused, more determined. So yeah. Hansa with a low 56 here. So getting up to speed. Blue flags already. Then it is King Ears. Mid 55s here for King Ears in the McLaren. Also not that really top speed, but maybe also like a bit of a, let's put it that way, a conservative start to the race, trying to make those tires last as long as possible. Don't overdrive the car that early. But there's nothing to fight for, so just trying to get into a rhythm here, I think. Then the Intercontinental Racing McLaren in P11. So they did an early pit stop there. Look at lap 4, 2-minute lap time. So maybe they got rid of the hard tires early and now going for soft till the end. Then Lugi for the Nuke Shot Motorsport team. 13 seconds. Stormfly is catching. Definitely. I think, yeah, with low 55s, mid to low 55s, he's doing strong pace here to catch up even more. And the DC team number 2, that Peugeot RZZ, driving at the back for now. 4 minutes 30 seconds down already. That's 2 laps, 2 laps down, okay? So we have Tank Pro catching the leader. 2.5 seconds the gap. And also Nick gaining a little bit on Tank Pro, but not as fast as he's hoping probably. But yeah, of course, Tank Pro and Player Prof 1, they are really quick drivers here. So don't think Nick is expecting there to catch with them within a couple of laps, but let's quickly compare the tire wear between Tank Pro and Player Prof 1 for this one. So looks like that Tank Pro has found a good balance between attacking and looking after the tires. So after on the 12th racing lap, so this looks like good tire management so far. Clarky, good afternoon, sir. And Nick is pushing, not able to get to those 54 lap times at the moment. Maybe there was a little bit of traffic. James, yeah, they're probably eager to drive again, or maybe they also have a tight rest schedule of the day, who knows. But yeah, interestingly, they're both doing stint 1 and stint 3 for this one. So Nick, the fastest driver on track currently. Then Richie. Though the gap between Richie and Apex Magnet is coming down. So this was around 7 seconds. Now it's down to 3.3 in here. So what happened here? 57.9 on lap 10 for Richie. There must have been a little mistake. And let's compare those tires. Yeah, they're different cars, but yeah, still nice to see that Richie hasn't ruined the tires completely after this 12 laps now. So looks like he can manage to do 18, 19 laps probably on those. So then the bigger gaps between Apex and Scheckter, both in the Genesis, but look at the front tires here. I think we have found a new driver for murdering front tires in this stint. Wow, this is brutal. That front left after 12 laps of racing, I think that's a little bit too much wear. So Nuke and End Station, they are, yeah, End Station is gaining 5 seconds. The gap between P1 and P2 is 1 second. Oops. So let's quickly compare tires again. Yeah. Tank Pro with about 55% or so wear on those rears. Probably getting a bit sketchy now, the car, but I think Tank Pro likes the fact that he's right behind the leader now. Through the Michael Schumacher as they go. Under 1 second the gap now. Oh, it's the lights are showing on those cars. We see some really dark clouds here. Ooh, camera angle, yeah, let's go, look at that. Seamlessly changing between those camera angles. Oh, it looks very dark now, to be honest, yeah, so... And I think the time of day should be still like afternoon, so it's probably due to the clouds. Definitely, yeah. But now Tank Pro with the run. 0.4. But again, that Genesis too quick on the straights. Yeah, Bess, no, I was too excited in Stint 1 to see those rain clouds, and then they just moved away from the track. So, but it's really dark, right? It's not just me seeing this. You're also seeing like those darker clouds there. So while we are having this nice view from Tank Pro chasing down Player Prof 1, I think I forgot to mention that this race is in memoriam of ART Langster, who sadly passed away fighting cancer 2 months ago, and we see a big decal on the rear windshield there on the ORT car. So yeah, so that's, we are racing for you, Langster, for this one. Hope somehow you will watch us from wherever you are. Oh, early pit stop. I didn't expect that, to be honest. Why is that? I mean, James drove another 5 laps on those tires without any issues, so I'm not sure about what's happening here. Maybe a massive undercut, yeah. We saw it in the previous stints that the time loss is quite huge, actually. So, but Tank Pro stays ahead of Nick here with fresh softs. Arden predicts some rain now. This would have been a bummer. So for Tank Pro, if the rain will come in the next lap or so. Those lights, they're an indicator that it's really dark, and dark clouds usually mean rain, right? So it has to happen during this 12-hour event. At some point we need to see rain. Come on. And I'm actually surprised that Richie is driving longer than Tank Pro in the same car with the same tire compound. So But well done, but very, very misty or so. Look at this. Look at the skies, come on. It surely will rain during the stint. No. This is not a battle for position, by the way. Yeah, Ray, you must be tired with all that dancing. So, thanks for that. We have End Station Gaming and Hansa separated by round about 1 second. And we also have blue flags, so traffic all around for those drivers. Yes, still nice shot that there's a close battle happening in the mid-pack. We always try to cover as much as possible during those races, but yeah, we cannot get every battle, of course, but this is probably the closest. Something is showing on the radar. What ghost? Is it? So we might have some inside information here, some intel. Yeah, Hansa is definitely gaining. So rumors are there might be a little bit of rain approaching, and if that would be the case, I think Tank Pro did lose out the most. Can Nick stay out for another lap? Yeah, he does, so probably also he's watching the radar now if there's rain on. Yeah, wait for the time progression now. Time progression set to ×3, so poof, dark clouds are gone suddenly. Oh, let's quickly have a look at the other cars and gaps. We see a close battle also. End Station and Hansa, they are both catching Nuke here as well. 4 seconds the gap between End Station and Nuke. The Hansa staying with End Station here. King Years in P10, slowly closing the gap to the cars in front here. Then Camp in P11, they're on his own. Stormfly, he got past Luggy there. Up to P12 for the Black Flag E-Racing team. Then Nuke Shot in P13 and DC team number 2 running in P14. So have a look at the tire. So Richie heading into the pits. I think player prof could do another lap if he wants to. Yep, he does. So Tank Pro is definitely catching now. Nick losing there, and Nick into the pits. Don't think he had any other choice than pitting now. Apex Magnet 14, Richie out on softs again now. Also, it's very overcast, but yeah. And oh, I just saw a little bit of the windshield wiper going, right? Yeah, here we go. unless Richie is trolling and doing it manually. Who knows? But it looks like rain. It looks like rain. Come on, people. So I think this is now, yeah, it is happening. Will it hit the track and when? So it's still very light rain by the looks of it. But this could be just perfect timing for our leader here. Don't see anything being displayed on the track that it's being wet, so just a few drops here. So who will be panicking now? I don't think the track is wet enough to actually stop, so, but I don't know about the forecast. So yeah, see if leader is staying out. Yeah, it's the infamous German dry rain, so it doesn't hit the ground, it just hits the cars, and maybe that's maybe that's all we got for the rain. So nothing is on the track here. No one got tricked probably to go for inters at the moment. Yeah, windshield wipers are not really going on here through the arena section. We see the windshield wiper, but it is not visible on the track yet. So it's raining, but not. I don't know. A weird situation probably here for the drivers as well. So there are a few drivers with worn tires, so they were probably hoping for a decision for them to be made by the weather. It's like the windshield wiper is really going like good, but we see some tiny drops, but now a little bit of wetness on the track, but this is not very much. This is still slicks weather. No way someone is going to use the intermediates in those conditions, right? Let's have a quick look at softs. So everyone is still running the softs, yeah. Leader is coming into the pits. So what will they do? I don't have access to the weather radar, so don't know. Will the rain be increasing or not? Windshield wiper is not going, so looks like we have a undercut here working for Tank Pro by quite some margin here, to be honest. Now the track is getting wetter and wetter, so we are approaching that first bar. Oh, and look at that, Richie's going onto the intermediates. I saw Richie go to the intermediates as well. The leaders onto the intermediates, so they're expecting more rain probably. Yeah, we see player is on the intermediates here. I think the slicks are still faster with those conditions at the moment, but I also thought that Richie was going on to intermediates. King Ears probably also switching over to intermediates now. We'll see. Intermediates as well. Tank Bros staying out. So now the track is getting wet, but it's not raining anymore. So that is interesting dynamics here, to be honest. But it took a while for the track to getting wet. So now we are approaching the crossover point. Let's see. Tank Pro now deciding to pit, so probably more rain on the radar as well. So we have officially a wet race now. This means the hard tire compound is not mandatory anymore. Oh, and Nick missed that chicane. It is wet and got a reset. Oh, that's annoying. So what's Nick going to do? Into the pits, I guess. We have a yellow flag situation here as well. It is raining. Yeah, it is raining. So who pinned it? I'm not too sure. So we have player in the lead, Tank Pro, on the intermediates as well, 8 seconds. So the gamble didn't pay off. Drama a little bit. Yeah, Nick with some drama. Apex Magnet on intermediates, P4. Richie, P5. Nuke now out onto the intros. Hansa is staying out on softs with damage. Oh no, oh no. Don't think that's the best idea we saw. Scheckter with a 3-second penalty. Probably a pit lane cut there. Oh, and there was contact between Hansa and Scheckter. Let's see it again. So Hansa struggling on those racing softs. And then there were, unfortunate, I guess, this contact. And Hansa is sliding all over the place. No. This is too much for those racing softs. And look at how much he's struggling to keep that car in a straight line. Yeah, damage. Now, oh, look at that. It is even now the track is getting into heavy wet conditions now. Hansa is unable to control that car. This is a disaster now for Hansa. Oh no. So, oh, there was again. So he is not feeling it. Oh, this is pain to look at. We are very painful. Let's see, Kingius, yeah, made a jump. End station is on the intermediates as well, but this we could even see the heavyweights now at some point. Yeah, stop it. He was just keep coming into the picture, was going to other drivers, and he was there. So let's the race situation. So we have P1 on intermediates, P2 as well, P3 Magnet. There is a yellow flag happening. Oh, it is poor Hansa again. On the intermediates. Richie on the intermediates. Nuke is on the intermediates as well in P6 and station on intermediates. But we are looking maybe at aquaplaning here down the straight. We saw that happening in real life as well into T1. Oh, they're getting slidey. Ooh, they managed to stop it. So intermediates, Scheckter on the wets. Okay, interesting. So now we are, really heavy rain conditions here. We also have Nick behind Scheckter here through the AMG arena. Wow, look at that. This is crazy how fast that weather has changed now. Tricky conditions now, definitely. So and Nick trying to get past P7 and P8. They're in a battle for position and need to get used to the conditions here as well. Where to brake. End station on the inside. Scheckter trying to go for the cutback. No, not working. Squirrely on the exit. Let's watch Kingius' perspective. what's happening here? A yellow flag again. Who is off track? Oh, they're both struggling to keep the car on track. Where is Nick? Where is Nick? No, I wanted to go with this. Nick not there anymore. Nick lost it? I don't know, it's too much going on here. Nick lost it definitely. So was this still poor Hansa not being back here on track? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So Wets Hansa is still running on the softs. What is going on? I cannot believe it. And I got a reset and now they're hazard through that chicane. Oh man, this must be the worst lap of his life. And now he can't even make it into the pits. Oh, wow. Come on, please make it safely back to the pits, back to your crew. Hansa, please auto drive, take over now. And Hansa finally made it into the pits. Wow, what a relief, but wow, what a disaster for Hansa here. So let's see this. So Nick, yeah, the pit penalty, but Hansa will give a flying F, whatever about that, as long as he's in the pit now. So the gap between Player Pro and Tank Pro stays around that 8 seconds. Nick with that mistake we witnessed earlier. No damage though, but yeah, this is really tricky. So Apex Magnet, he's pitting, so not liking those intermediates, going for heavy wets probably. I don't know. Richie running in P5, but this really tricky conditions. Look at all this water on the track. Also P1 into the pits. Maybe it's getting even worse with conditions. Yeah, we saw Apex Magnet using the heavy wets. Now Richie staying out on the intermediates. We have Player Pro and Tank Pro both into the pits, changing to heavy wets. Heavy wets it is. Okay. This is like probably some of the worst conditions I've witnessed here at the Nürburgring. And what's Nick going to do here also? Drivers are not feeling really comfortable on those intermediates. So who is the winner? I think Scheckter had a good idea there early on. Go directly on to the wet tires. And Station Gaming into the pits. Also using the heavy wets now. Kinger staying out on those intermediates. And they're coming down to T1. Can he stay ahead of the Nuke Shot car? Or the Nuke Shot? They are a lap down, I think. But they are on wets, so wets probably more grip now in those conditions compared to the intermediates. We have Stormfly also running on the intermediates. Here, so wets versus intermediates. When will it stop to rain? When will it dry? That's the question. For now, definitely wet time, I think. Tank Pro has a little bit of front splitter damage. Don't think he needs to repair this in those heavy rain conditions. But definitely made a little mistake here. Nick on the wets, so top 3, top 4 on the wets. Richie staying out on intermediates. Oh my god. He's this is tricky, definitely. Also Nuke on those intermediate tires. Then we saw, yeah, Scheckter was switching over to the wets when it started to rain, so he avoided doing another pit stop. P7 and Station Gaming is struggling on those wets here as well. King Ears 4.5 seconds behind, and Station on intermediates. And we have a flying loogie in that new Shot Motorsport car on wets. That Genesis seems to be also a good one for rainy conditions like here, but rain isn't stopping here. Yeah, definitely playing the long game here, but no, I think still the risk is quite big to lose it on the intermediates there and get damage. And so at least the good thing is, in those conditions, you basically have 0 tire wear. So this means when it dries, the intermediates will still last for quite some time here. But definitely a challenging situations now for the drivers. So the gap is increasing between Tank Pro and Player Pro. We 22 seconds now. Tank Pro still running with that front splitter damage. And also like using traction control to let's see, 221 compared to 223. That's 2 seconds a lap without the mistake. So let's just see what's going on through the entire field here. We have Magnet in P4, 1 minute down on Nick, but still comfortably running, 18 seconds ahead of Richie. Now look at that. So there seems to be the trial line forming already. So we are now back to intermediates, right? So if you can stay on the racing line on this part, you will be faster. But then it is Richie who is not following my advice, stay on the racing line. So sorry for that, Richie. This was his advantage then being gone for being on the intermediates. Still, you see, it is still tricky around the edges here. Scheckter and Nuke. Nuke seems to be catching now in those conditions. Yes, Shuki, but not the only one. Two people now were telling they were having a shower, and now it's we have like crazy conditions during the race. end station on those wets compared to King Ears on the intermediates. Should be King Ears advantage in those conditions. It is still wet enough, I guess, to run the heavy wets, but not for long anymore. So it definitely stopped raining. And we'll see 20 seconds between ORT and AHR in the lead, both on the wets. Same goes for Nick. Little bit of rain there coming down the straight. Here raining quite strong here in T1, to be honest. So maybe the next big rain shower is yeah, look at that. Oh. So one lap later the wets are the better tire again. Crazy what is going on here. You had like a trying track, now it's back to the heavy wets, at least for the first two sectors of the track. We will stay with Nick and see. Yeah, the rain still here, so the meter is going up again. So not easy for the drivers here to make the right calls, I guess. I think for now it is just stay on the tire you're on and see what's happening. But T1 seems to be very slippery again. Richie's still doing a good job on those intermediates. Yeah, the rain came back just as we thought it would be better now to be on intermediates with that dry line appearing. But yeah, still the rain is coming down from above. And into T1 it's quite heavy. There, look at that. You hear it like really crazy. So yeah, it was King Ears advantage briefly, now advantage back with End Station Gaming here, or being on the wet tires. So I guess we will see the wet tires and intermediates for a bit longer then. Also that traction control is kicking in very wow, look at that, look at that throttle input, like it's flickering crazy. I mean, yeah, King Ears on the intermediates needs to get every assist he can get there. And we have Intercontinental Racing Team with camp in P10. Stormfly. I'm not sure. I know scenarios where they with the driver swap, where they adjust start and end slots for the weather. I think we'll do basically the same. So have a look, wait for the final 10 minutes, and then kind of predict what the weather will be like, so that we don't have a too much of a gap in weather for the stints. But it won't be the exact same weather. That's a bit of a, yeah, what should I say? It's not what we can do with the game for now, but we can keep it as close as possible usually for this So the DC team, they made up a few positions there with being on the wets. Lugi in P13. On intermediates now, I think it stopped raining again, so intermediates should be a good shout. And when I see Hansa, it's raining, still raining. So really dependent on where the drivers are currently running at the track. So good thing for Hansa is he's just 10 seconds behind another car, but yeah. Oh, full drift mode there through the final turn. That's a 9.5 out of 10 for style points, if you ask me. And even running on the wet tires. So 24 seconds the gap between Player Pro and Tank Pro. Here on this part we saw some rain still hitting the track. Nick is off. Oh. What happened here? I think no other car involved here. Yeah, Tank Pro is running with some damage for quite some time now. It's just a little bit of the front splitter, not too much. And in conditions with rain, I don't think you need to pit and repair that damage. I think Richie is catching Apex Magnet here, to be honest. Yep, Richie. With the lap times, he's consistently faster. Yeah, downforce is overrated. But how this is? I think how the game works is if you have front splitter damage, you're just losing top speed. I still think the car is fine with turn-in, but just like you lose a bit of speed there. Oh, Richie going deep there, nearly went into the gravel as well, but it's still catching the Apex Magnet here. Also now it's like light rain still on the track, but track doesn't seem to be getting wetter anymore. So probably now intermediates again, the better tire. But here through the hairpin we see some heavy rain again. Heading up to the Michael Schumacher, it's nearly above the second bar. And Station Gaming is struggling again. King Ears definitely is catching. That gap is really close now, 2.4 seconds compared to more than 5 seconds 2 laps ago. King Ears with the intermediates on the run, and it's also Nick now between the two drivers. King Ears is definitely catching. Through the final turn they go. A toe, and also like if you're following a car, you have more grip on GT7, like really exaggerated. so this should help King Ears here to get closer to End Station Gaming. Exactly, Blue, yeah. Nick is playing the cleaning machine there. Well, just go back to the front, see if we missed anything. No, still more than 20 seconds the gap. So, but I saw a little bit of blue there in the background on the sky, so I expect the rain now to fully stop. And yeah, the track is trying quite quickly here. You see the racing line here, so wets, they will be definitely slower now. But is it worth now pitting to intermediates? I don't think so. So just wait for 2 more laps and then risk it and go on to the softs again. And here we go, Nick providing that valuable slip for King Ears. So also, like, End Station Gaming needs to watch out for the blue flags. So he's driving offline, okay? And Nick not close enough, but at some point End Station needs to let Nick pass, and this might be an opportunity for King Ears as well. So we have still light rain here in the first sector. And oh, look at that. King Ears just used the opportunity, then got past End Station Gaming when he was trying to let Nick pass with that move. So see, End Station Gaming slowing down on the inside, and there go Snick and also King Ears using the opportunity here. That was a very smart move from Team Race Asylum. Running 2 teams there can definitely help you in those situations. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes in racing. There's still a long stint to go. Yeah, I think we would do the same here as well. Of course, King Ears was catching and End Station Gaming on the wet tires. It's just too slow now to keep up with the intermediate runners. I'm actually surprised that Nick is still on the wets there and can stay ahead of. Oh, and this is now interesting. So Nick into the pits, so he will probably go on to the soft slick tires. And let's stay with Nick here, because a wet pit exit always calls for drama. Always. Because you always think, yeah, I'm going slow, and as soon as you touch the accelerator, when it's wet on the exit. So what's the decision? It is. Nice, and slide exit, yeah. Also, if you slide too much, you cross the pit exit. So soft tires, let's see. Can Nick manage to stay to the wet stuff right after the exit? But he manages to not spin. No, he Too soon? No, oh, he made it. But yeah, that's the risk for going on to the slick tires with a wet pit exit. But well managed, Nick. Well managed. We saw other drivers having their problems and losing an entire race here as well. So very, very cautious there on the exit. So who will be the next heading on to the softs? I mean, it is still tricky. So as soon as you leave the racing line, there's quite, some dangerous wet parts everywhere around. So how much can you actually attack? The Schumacher is, see, lift to there. Slowly testing out the limits there, I guess, lap after lap. But this is also like, if you're the first, then you feel comfortable after lap 2 or 3. And so in the end, you will probably gain with being early on the slicks if you keep it on track. That is, of course. So I think I just saw End Station Gaming also into the pits. So chicane, let's see. That's okay. So End Station Gaming into pits. He's also going on to softs. Oh, let's watch End Station. Very, very slow here. No drama by the looks. Oh, but this is also like really tricky, you see. You can't cut the pit exit to go onto the dry line. You have to go through the wet patches at the end of the pit exit. That is tricky. So now this means we have Nick on softs and we have Nick crashing and avoiding damage. But this is, I mean, this is the perfect example of like the risk versus reward thing here. So let's see this one more time. What happened here? But I assume he caught a little bit of the wet patch there on the outside. Yeah, he was very lucky to avoid damage. That's for sure. But that's at least 10 seconds gone with it now. So yeah, Tank Pro staying out, Player Pro staying out, Richie also staying out. I mean, if you're running the wets, you don't have any other choice, I think now. So the wets will, like, they will be gone in 3 laps now, and you will lose so much time. So yeah, but how much of a risk are you going to take? Are you willing to take? Yeah, Richie is past Magnet there. That's correct, Paul. Also King Ears closing that gap to Nuke there. The camp was a little bit off track here. Schecter on softs with damage. This gives End Station Gaming another position here, and right behind Camp. Now also like tricky for the slick tire runners. They're faster, yeah, but like how to perform an overtake where the parts are still wet, where you want to go for an overtake. So again, not easy now. And again, Camp going deep. That's convenient for End Station Gaming here to get that position gifted to him. Now Tank Pro is heading into the pits, getting rid of those wet tires, and P1 is playing it really safe there, not risking anything. But yeah, why should they? They have a comfortable lead now, and Nick still. So I think that the racing line should be wide enough now to avoid most of the wet parts and the curbs. Chicane still a little bit wet, but that's okay, I think. Richie on those inters still not looking too bad. Searching the wet parts already. I expect all the drivers now heading into the pits. No, Richie deciding against it. I think he was too late. He would have risked a penalty there for cutting the entry, so doing another lap. The magnet is on the softs meanwhile, and we have King Ears catching Nuke, both running on the intermediates. The question is how long will they be running on those tires? King Ears with the better line, let's see. Or just staying out for another lap. So that's also a good point here. I mean, if you pit now for softs, you won't get till the end. So maybe extend this intermediate stint for the 3 laps or so, and then you might be able to go to the end on softs. This is also like consideration some of the drivers might be having now. Scheckter running with damage here behind End Station Gaming, and yeah, probably your mom is totally right about my cold, and I'm trying my best here too, and hopefully my voice will still be good for the final stint later. But yeah, I definitely feel something itching there. So King Ears is past Nuke, and we have the leader still running on those wets, but now they should pit, right? No. Maybe also the same thinking, like extend that stint, so go softs then until the end of this race. The Guinness team is making some moves. So Hansa unlapping himself on softs, but unfortunately I see Hansa with a little bit of rear damage there, the swing. That's true, Arden, but you also have to take into consideration that the race is not over yet. So after this stint, there's still 6 hours of racing to go. So I think every second you can gain throughout the stints is helpful. Set. but you never know what will happen in the future. So for now, it looks like, at least to me, that the most of the track is dry now, so you can risk it. And if we take a look at the tires now, the rears especially, they are burning, they are melting. So I don't think they will last for many more laps here. And looks like a pit stop. Yeah, pit stop for the leader. So 1 minute and 7 seconds, the gap. But even on the softs, Tank Pro not able to get sub 2 minute lap times. Nick was able to, but then not the consistency in those conditions, pushing very hard and losing time again. So now let's watch for leader. They're still refueling. Tank Pro, yeah, that's still a nice gap for you. And just like that, 3 seconds, a good catch, but was too eager on the throttle. So let's see this once again. So a big moment there for the leader. Out of the pits, and they immediately spun too early on the throttle, no traction control. Probably, oof, lucky they could avoid it, but the 3 seconds here for losing it. And then again, oh! This is tricky now to get used to more grip on those softs, but keep it on the racing line. So 30 seconds, the gap. Still what a save, definitely. So quick hands, good reaction there. And Richie is still running on those intermediates. So I guess he's trying to go then to the softs and go to the end for this one. And not too sure. But the rears are cooked now on those intermediates, to be honest. But he still has a massive gap to Apex Magneteers. So I think this is a free pit stop already. Here, Sonic, I also expect Richie now to come in at the end of this lap. Nuke into the pits. Oh, Schecter is past End Station Gaming, both on the softs. Whoa. So they will probably jump Nuke here. Yep. So Schecter and End Station Gaming getting past Nuke, who's now changing tires. See, where's King Ears? King Ears also jumping Nuke here. Nuke now refueling. Let's watch the pit exit for Team Loose Moose Racing. Okay, easy on the throttle. That worked well. Oh, we have a disconnect, unfortunately. We have a DC Team 2 disconnect on lap 39. That is now Richie into the pits as expected. So the gap to Magnet was 36 seconds, so depending how much he is going to refuel. See if he can keep that position for now. Here comes Apex through the chicane. Richie on to the softs. Let's watch his pit exit. Oh, he crossed the line. He crossed the line. 3 seconds. I saw that, Richie. The gap to Apex, 12 seconds. Make that 11 or so. Still, that 3 seconds will hurt Richie, but still he will most likely stay ahead of Apex Magnet if he can keep it on track, of course. But we were have a look at the gap, at the lead. So under 30 seconds. Let's see the lap times. 2:03 for Player Pro. This last time around 2:02. So hard still to get below the 2-minute mark here, probably. Nick now running with damage as well, so another little mistake there in one of the previous laps. Now Richie will be serving his penalty. Still no drama here. Magnet now coming through the penalty zone, so what we're looking at, 8 seconds. Just then, and Station Gaming, who is past Schechter again, running in P6 for now. Schechter still with damage. Oh, and still wet on the edges. It is still wet on the edges. We'll have a look at this one more time. That power oversteer there caught Schechter, probably. Yeah, touched the curb there and then got spun again. Lucky, no damage. Nice little runoff area there with the gravel. Yep, curb's definitely wet, so don't risk too much. So this gives King Ears the opportunity to go. Oh, who is joining this lobby? Yeah, so King Ears now up to P7 and catching and Station Gaming there. Looks so Schechter in P8. Nuke is running P9. Camp in P10 as long. Everyone, 1, 2, 3. You think with my little bit of a cold, singing is a good idea? I don't know. But yeah, it was a missed opportunity. I agree, Arden. So P11 we have the Black Flag E-Racing team with Stormfly. Then Nuke Shot running in P12. Oop, a bit deep. It never, never Sonic. Barbie Girl was, you cannot top that, no matter what. And Hansa, oh no, what happened there again? Damage, oh, this is like a nightmare for Hansa, unfortunately. Let's see what happened here, probably also on the wet edges of the track. The curbs, it's the curbs, it is the curbs. So the Guinness Racing team need a mighty comeback drive in the upcoming stints there. And we have Player Pro for ORT increasing the lead again. Over 30 seconds again in that gap. And now the sun is out again. Tank Pro, just maybe looked weird on the camera, but I thought he was having a slide there. I think now it's time to really push again. We'll see who is the bravest of the drivers. Usually I would go with Nick, but Nick running with a little bit of damage. Here, still not losing too much time to Tank Pro. Then Richie. You're asking the wrong question, Paul. You need to ask about the gap between Richie and Apex. I don't think Richie will be able to catch Nick here, but yeah, we will see. But yeah, here you have it. 37 seconds the gap and nearly 10 seconds to Apex Magnet. So this looks promising for the last minute racing team here with Richie. Oh, Sonic, do you want me to say it out loud? Richie has driven very well. Let's wait. Coming through the Michael Schumacher this time. No drama. But why is he indicating to the left? Richie! Turn it off. Nick, I don't think he can go to the end. Yeah, that's probably correct. Keza. But yeah, so we was running with End Station Gaming and saw that King Years is caught very fast in the last couple of laps here. So 1.5 seconds now the gap between End Station Gaming and King Years. Let's get a little bit of a different camera perspective for this one. Let's hear the McLaren engine. And we see King Years closing the gap inside of the slipstream range now. And it's 16 laps to go till the driver swap. And also blue flags again. Who is behind? That's Tank Pro behind King Years. So what will we see the same move a couple of laps ago where King Years could capitalize on a blue flag situation with End Station Gaming? We'll see. Tank Pro is catching definitely. We see the three cars now, very close. Tank Pro in the distance. The gap now under 1 second. And now we have the famous Gran Turismo 7 Claire. Now so now King is very close, coming through that chicane, and also Tank Pro. .6 now. Blue flags now showing for both of the drivers. Oh, both were using a little bit of the wet parts on the straight. That's interesting. See Tank Pro's perspective now. Actually getting on board. Yeah, probably a Tank Pro is like blue flag, blue flag, blue flag, come on. But we might be seeing a move here happening into the hairpin. No, King, you're staying behind, but now really, really close. Tank Pro having a good view. Don't think he wants to interfere with this fight, but also he needs to get past them. He's quicker, definitely. And King is now letting Tank Pro past. So again, it's up to End Station Gaming now to find a good spot for that blue flag overtake, because it is King Yus again hiding behind the lead cars. We'll see. So we're coming to the same spot. Can King Yus pull the surprise again? So we will go with King Yus' perspective this time. He's not close enough, I think. Here we go, Nick into the pits. And Station Gaming now getting out of the way. Letting Tank Pro pass, so no surprise overtake this time. So they can keep on racing then, I guess. So Nick coming out of the pits with that extra pit stop, and Richie just coming round the corner, so Nick stays ahead of Nick here. And also End Station Gaming stayed ahead of King Yus for now. See tires and fuel. Looks like both drivers should be good to go till the end. So we have 2 minutes. So there, yeah, a lap down again. But this means we have 5 cars on the lead lap now, with Player Pro, Tank Pro, Nick, Richie, and Apex Magnet. P6 downwards. a lap down by the and with leaders being on lap 50, so it's 11 laps to go until the driver swap at the end of this stint. So then race situation, 31 seconds between Player Pro and Tank Pro, P1, P2, nearly 1 minute between Tank Pro and Nick, another 16 seconds to Richie in P4. Then it's Magnet in P5. Oh, I think... No, Magnet being close. Oh, already lapped? Yeah. Magnet was just being lapped, so we have 4 cars on the lead lap now. Then 30, and we missed the overtake. Damn, Kingius got past End Station Gaming here. Yeah, I also missed it. Just saw the end of it. So Kingius in P6, 33 seconds behind Apex Magnet. Then End Station Gaming in P7. So this is still the battle for the best McLaren, by the way, with Kingius in P6 and Station in P7, Camp in P8 and Nuke in P9. So the 4 McLarens again. You're quite close to each other, let's put it that way. Scheckter, he did lose a little bit of time, not sure. Probably he also pitted for fresh tires, repaired his damage, yeah. So Scheckter in P10 for the DC team, Stormfly in P11, the Black Flag E Racing AMG 30 seconds behind. And then Lugi for Nuke Shot Motorsport, 1 minute and 17 seconds down, and poor Hansa, another 1 minute behind P12 at the moment. So let's see if Kingius has not pulled away. End Station Gaming doing a great job. They're staying close for now. He's on the edge now of losing the slip to King. And I think now Kingius is gone. Good run through the final turn and should have secured that P6 now. So what happened? Why do we have a 53 second lead? Oh, Tank Pro pitted. He has put on fresh tires there. That's why the bigger gap. So Tank Pro with the final push now. That's 9 laps to go. So the question is, can Player Pro get to the end? Could get to the end. I mean, fuel is looking okay, I think, considering it's 9 laps. Tires also should be. Yeah, James, you might need to ask ORT team for that. So I'm also just okay. Here we go. Confirmation. He can go to the end. Question is, will he? go to the end, but I don't think he needs to take any risks. Now, a yellow flag. What happened? That was the DC team, probably. Richie in P4, 20 seconds gap to Nick there, and increasing his gap to Apex Magnet. So this should be safe for Richie as well, but we have to remember there was probably a driver swap infringement with that last minute racing team happening. So, but those incidents will be handled after the event. So for now, we just keep on racing with what we see on screen on the timing tower on the left. So Richie running P4, Apex Magnet P5 for Team MRL. Then 30 seconds to King Ears, who indeed has opened up the gap to End Station Gaming. 3 seconds now, the gap. Another 21 seconds to the next McLaren driver for the Intercontinental Racing team here. And 5 seconds to Loose Moose Racing in the 4th McLaren. We have then the DC team running on their own now in P10. The same goes for Stormfly, for Black Flag E Racing, Lugi and Hansa. So the drivers at the back don't have a battle for now, but as ProHawk also said in his broadcast, still every second counts towards the end. Never know what happens in the next 6 hours of racing there. We will head into evening and night time for the following stints, and yeah, the weather will stay random, dynamic. Who knows, maybe we will see another rain drop. Who knows? I mean, this could be very epic. I mean, driving into the nighttime and then having like rain on the track. Could imagine easier tasks. So yeah, but so also the conversation in chats, cycling around Team ORT, what a performance so far they've put in that Genesis. Really, James? Is it just when we run the Nürburgring with the Nordschleife together that it will get night? So the GP loop doesn't have a full circle? That would be a shame. Yeah, it stops at 9 p.m. But, I mean, I'm sitting here in my room in Germany and it's dark outside and it's not even 9 p.m. So probably PD has messed things up here. So now the field has spread out. No battles for position at the moment. So approaching the final minutes of this stint then. I think most of the drivers, they will be quite relieved after this stint with the heavy rain they had to conquer there. So yeah, probably now liking that we don't have any tricky conditions left to go for those final 10 minutes, I guess. Maybe 12, who knows. But yeah, so looks like a little wiggle there for Scheckter. But yeah, looks like a chilled drive for all the drivers now until the driver swap. So Hansa gained a little bit time on Lugi. Last time it was a minute. So, but Lugi with the pit stop again, fresh rubber. But then let's stay a little bit with the Guinness racing. So we did establish in stint 2 that this is a gorgeous looking livery. So let's appreciate this and let's see. Oh, this was also not. Where's this one? So let's have a little look at the livery, right? So lovely touch. Well done. Nice looking livery. So the front left tire doesn't look too good anymore. So lap 57, 58, 59, 60, 61 for this lap, and then another 4. So fuel also not looking too good, but I guess they'll have it under control. Oh, briefly we saw a yellow flag here. Tank Pro is pushing now. Recorded his fastest lap of the race so far, 55.4. So you can clearly see now that the drivers can attack. No more wet parts around that track, so it's full attack. And see how much time Tank Pro can gain on the leaders. Improving again through this sector. Would he get another personal best? That's the question. Just 54.3, so 56.3, so Tank Pro gaining 2 seconds the previous lap. So maybe Player Pro is looking after fuel and tires now. So of course no need to risk anything here. Can take it easy, definitely. Still, every second counts, and Tank Pro is pushing. You can tell. Caught up to End Station Gaming for Team Full Send. Oops, little side-by-side racing to the hairpin. Nick on lap 55 with the fastest lap of this stint here so far. Yep, Arden, exactly. So 1 pit stop in hand for ORT after 6 hours of racing. I think that is, yeah, quite an achievement considering the other drivers and teams involved in here. Richie, yes, still increasing that gap to Apex Magnet. And as I think we had this conversation a little bit earlier in chat, so probably King Year's the driver of this stint so far. We'll see. From P12, P13 to P6 now, and still gaining on Apex Magnet here as well. With some fast drivers still racing for Team Race Asylum. So wouldn't be surprised to see them climbing up to P4 in the end. Just have, oh, here we go. We have a fight of the McLarens. Camp going deep into the hairpin, losing that position. His tires are dead, so struggling definitely for those last couple of laps. And Nuke with better tires. So this means Loose Moose Racing upper position to P8. Intercontinental Racing Team down to P9, and yeah, Cam is fighting with that car, trying to keep it on track. So the leader now on his penultimate lap of the stint, indicating blue flags. Yeah, DC team trying to get out of the way here. Well, it looked like they would slow down after the hairpin. The gap to Tank Pro 41 seconds, so Tank Pro, yeah, still flying around the circuit. And now DC team, come on, get out of the way. Yep, good one. Yeah, definitely agree with that. So the game shows the blue flag way too early. But then, yeah, how to judge the distance? So when you're a lap down, you can't actually see the delta coming down because you don't have the actual milliseconds in it, just the full seconds or so. But that's a bit difficult to judge. Yeah, there's no delta. Yeah, exactly. So, and then drivers using different camera views, and so from my point of view, I'm using the dash cam, so I have no rear view mirror, so it's also like hard to judge. And then just based off looking behind or using the radar, it is not that easy, to be fair. But yeah, I think for most of the stints it's worked quite okay with the blue flags. And yeah, so again, credit for Player Pro for another great drive in this stint. Handing it over again in P1 after 6 hours of driving. Tank Pro with the final push there, under 40 seconds the gap. It's still roughly one pit stop in hand for ORT, who will be performing their driver swap right now. So stint 4 will continue with Lil Nicky doing comms. So we will stay here until everyone has finished their race in this stint. And yeah, but stint 4 is running now, and Tank Pro now into the pits, 38 seconds the gap. In P2 for Apex Hunter Racing. Next up, it's Race Asylum Esports with Nick. For the final time through the chicane and then driving into the pits. Then we have Richie last minute racing. That is a very, very good result so far for this team. So bringing the car back to the crew in P4. Richie, well done. Medway Racing League in P5 then. Apex Magnet through the chicane into the pits. They go. Then we have King Ears, my driver of the stint. Team Race Asylum, the best of the McLarens. P7 it is Team Full Send and Station Gaming behind the wheel for this one. Well done. Second McLaren. And then Loose Moose Racing with Nuke. Handing over the car in P8 to his teammate. Another 11 seconds. It is Intercontinental Racing Team. Camp now into the pit. The Black Flag E Racing Team are slowly crawling up the order after the first stint into the top 10. The AMG roaring through the chicane and heading into the pits. Well done, Stormfly. I think I read he will be doing another stint as well in this machine. Then the DC team in the Genesis in P11. 2 more cars on track now. Lugi and Hansa, Nuke Shot and Guinness. And then I hope that the DC team number 2, that they can join the next stint after the disconnect on this one. So Lugi coming round the final few corners here through Hatzenbach-Bogen. 14 cars in stint 4, that's nice to see. We're full crit again. So, final time braking for the chicane. Through they go into the pits, and then finally we have Hansa with a very unlucky race. But yeah, still kudos here for finishing that stint. Not giving up. And who knows what will happen in the next 6 hours of this amazing event here. So plenty of racing still available for all of us. So yeah, so stint 4 is live with Lil Nicky on the mic. Then I think we have Nuke Shot Sokio covering stint 5, and then R will be back for the final stint 6 in a few hours time. So I think everyone now is into the pits, so we can finish this broadcast. Thanks everyone for watching. See you for the next one. Goodbye.